Hey guys, I hope you are doing well. So, most of my friends were asking about this question multiple times about how to get a job in Dubai and what's the lifestyle in Dubai. For those who are coming from Pakistan, I just want to let them know that life in Dubai is not what it is actually shown in social media or news channels or what you see on your friends' Snapchat accounts. The life in Dubai is actually pretty hard and it's very difficult for people who are coming from Pakistan. Now, let's see how it's different. So, in Pakistan, you must be living in your home, you must be living in big places, but when you come to Dubai, you will have to live in the old Dubai probably because the rent expense is very much high. And for those who are coming from Pakistan, I just want you to know that people don't live here in houses. People live in small flats. And for starters who are coming here new, the place you will have to live will be a bed space probably or a partition, which usually cost around 1,000 to 1,500 per month, which means that if you want to live in Dubai, you will have to spend 50 to 75,000 only on rent in PKR. So now moving on to the food expense. The food expense is almost around 1,500 per month. So that brings you a total of almost 3,000 per month for just rent and food. And that the food I'm talking about is just normal food for two time. An average meal cost about 15 to 25 dirhams if you are eating alone, but it will go to like 10 or 11 or 12 dirhams if you are eating with your friends or someone. So that's just 3,000 dirhams for per month just for food and living. It also includes the cost of your groceries or something like that. But if you are alone or you are like two persons, I prefer to eat outside rather than cooking at home because cooking at home becomes a little bit more expensive. But if you are like 5 or 6 people who can divide responsibilities, then it's better to cook at home and you can save around a lot by cooking at home. Now, the next step is to find a job over here. So, if you are coming to Dubai to find a job, it will be very difficult for you if you don't have the Emirates ID card, which means you don't have residency. So, it will be very difficult for you. And plus, driving license over here is just like green card for USA. So, driving license is a very must in Dubai. So when you are coming to Dubai for the first time to find a job, you don't have either of both of these. So getting a job over here will be very difficult. For people like me or most of the people, what they do is when they come here, you can't apply to big companies like Coke, Nestle, P&G, Unilever, Khalij, Times, any company. You can't apply. If you can, but for that you will have to be very skilled. You have to have some talent for you to get hired, or you may have to get very lucky if you can get a job in the first month without having Emirates ID or driving license. Now, the best move for a normal person is to get a job, a low paid job in a company. For example, you can work as a supervisor in a store, you can work at a digital company, a bank, or any other company. For the salary they give you is probably 4,000 to 5,000 on average. The 4,000 to 5,000 dirhams on average. Now, moving on, the next expense is your traveling expense, which is a very big expense. So if you're in Pakistan, you will have your own transportation service, be it bike or car or anything. But when you come here, people, obviously you don't have a driving license, you can't drive. And you will have to move either on metro bus or will have to take a taxi service or a bus probably. So for that, the minimum expense of metro bus is 7.5 dirhams if you are traveling between zones, or if you are traveling from one stop to like 3-4 stops, then the average is 5 dirhams for one stop, so which will make a total of 10 dirhams per day of traveling in and out. So which makes a total of almost 300 to 500 dirhams only on travel expense. So that brings you a total of 3500 dirhams. Now usually on weekends people try to eat out or visit places, different places. So if you are just into casual fun like I do, mostly I travel to beach or like mall for something like that on Fridays and Saturdays. So if you are going to, for example, Burj Khalifa, Mall of Emirates, or a beach, or Jumeirah for instance, the average meal that will cost you around there will be somewhat around 100 dirhams plus. So which is not affordable for people who are coming from Pakistan on a low budget, even though 4,500 salary becomes approximately 250,000 salary in Pakistan, which is a very handsome amount in Pakistan, but in Dubai it's not. So it normally costs around what I do mostly is I go over there, I travel around that place, and I usually eat before or after that from a normal restaurant, be it KFC, McDonald's, or Hardee's, or something like that. So I save my expense to do that. And if you are just when you come here, when you are first, you are in the habit of multiplying. So let me just tell you, multiplying means that if a water bottle cost in Pakistan is for around 30 rupees, then it will cost you around 3 times more, approximately 90 rupees. So every thing in Pakistan will be multiplied by 3 when you are coming to Dubai. So if you are in Pakistan and you are living on a salary of 100,000 or 120,000 per month, then you can look for a salary for like 300 to 400,000 per month over here, which is like roughly 4,000 to 5,000 dirhams per month. Now if you want to minimize your expense, you can cut down on your food, but you can't really cut down on your food since an average meal is 10 dirhams. So you will have to either skip lunch or dinner or breakfast or your snacks or something like that, which you are mostly addicted to. So that way you can cut cost on food. I usually don't cut cost on food on here. I eat the same way I was doing in Pakistan. Now the second part is the rent. Now what happens is that you come to your office in the morning and you leave around at night time, and when you go back home or your room, you eat around. So going back to your room is just like for sleeping mostly. So I consider for sleeping any nice and clean place, but for me I have chosen this place in Bar Dubai. It cost me around 600 dirhams per month. Sorry, it cost me around 800 dirhams per month, including water and electricity. And it's a small room, a very small room with 3 bunk beds. So it's a place for like 6 people, but it's a place for like, it's a place for like with 2 bunk bed, it's a place for like 4 people, but we are just 3 people and we have 1 space empty. So it's a 2000 dirham rooms for 3 people, or 4 you can say. So it's around 500 to 700 per month. It's very good. I usually go there for sleep, and when I wake up I'm usually in office or I'm somewhere out, so that's good. So if you are talk about Marina or Nadal Shiba or places in downtown Dubai, or other than that, they're pretty much very expensive. But slowly, when you are improving yourself, when you get a driving license, when you get a residence visa, then you can move out. Then mostly Pakistanis over here live in the areas of Sharjah or Ajman. They buy themselves a car and they travel around to in different cities. So a normal studio, 1 BHK studio, costs you around 2,000 dirhams per month. And if you are living with some friends or co-workers or any of your acquaintances, for instance, then the cost will be somewhere around 800 to 1000 dirhams, and you will have a pretty good room, plus you will have a car, so you will be much more independent. But all I'm talking today in this video is about the first few months in Dubai. Plus when you come here, it's like you are stuck over here, because when you come over here you can't go back really for like 6 to 7 months minimum. You will miss your family big time, you will miss your friends, you will miss your independence big time. So when you are coming here, you should come with an objective, and that objective, since Dubai is not a permanent place for you to live, either you will have a goal to spend some 100,000 dirhams or roughly 10 million and go back to your country and start your own business, or you will have to move your family over here, or you have to learn some new talent or skill when you are coming here. So when you decide you want to come here, you should come here with an objective. Coming here without an objective is totally useless. So when you come here, you should decide either you are on spending money, and spending money is very easy in Dubai. If you want to spend 10 million in 3 hours, you can do that. You can't do it in Pakistan, but you can do it here. You can rent a yacht, you can rent a charter plane, you can do amazing things, since everything you have ever dreamed or imagined is here. So spending money in Dubai is not very difficult, it is very easy. So if you are into supercars or something like that, believe me, none of it is going to happen when you come here, because the prices for any good normal individual who is in SEC A, upper middle class, or like that, they will have to cut down their expenses because it's not very easy. However, if you save around 500 dirhams per month, which is a very less amount, nothing compared to when you are in Dubai, but it still becomes 25,000 PKR in Pakistan. So every dirham you save automatically is multiplied by 50. So 1 dirham is actually 54, 55 right now. So if you are cutting 300 dirhams from your expense, then it roughly becomes 18-20,000 PKR per month. So sending money to Pakistan is also very easy, and there are no transaction costs. So if you are coming here and you want to finance your family, you want to build something in Pakistan, your best way is to live in places like that, and you can send money to your family in Pakistan. And once you get a residence visa, you will have your own bank account, you can save your money over here, you can buy your car, you can move to a good place in Teekom, Bersha, Jumeirah, anywhere you want to live. But after this happens only after the first 3 months, when you have the Emirates ID card, when you have your bank account, when you are able to apply for your ID card, you have a stable job, then only you can do such thing. But honestly, don't expect to buy Lamborghini, Mercedes, or these cars, or trying to jump in to live in Jumeirah just because it's cool, because it will take you a whole lot of money. You will be going to spend 15,000 dirhams, 10,000 dirhams per month, and you will be saving nothing for yourself in Pakistan. So after a year, with the normal salary average you can save around 20-30,000 dirhams. But if you are spending all of it on supercars, Jumeirah, bars and clubs and girls and whatnot, traveling and whatnot, that will be of no use, since people don't care over here what you have got. All they do care is about how you are a gentleman, how you speak, how you dress. That's the only thing that matters over here. No one is going to look on your car, no one is going to look on your phone, no one is going to look on any of your thing, because it's a place where everyone can afford it, and it's very cheap to buy over here compared to what it is in Pakistan. So your best thing is you should have a goal when you are coming here, and in addition to that you can save money, and I prefer entrepreneurship and business. So if you are coming here, come here to save money, go back to Pakistan after 4 years, 5 years, or whenever your goal is accomplished, and you start a business in Pakistan, because that's where you will grow. And in return you will actually be doing good for your country, for yourself, and plus when you are here, when you send remittances to your country, it basically benefits your country. So what I think is that whenever you work at any place, you should also work for the national interest or your country rather than working against it. So that's it, my friends, for tomorrow, for this video. And let's sum it up everything I have told you. So living, rent, food and everything else is going to cost you straight about 3,000 dirhams per month. Keep 1,000 dirhams or 1,500 dirhams if you want to send it to your family, so that brings you a total of 4,500 dirhams per month, and plus 1,000 dirhams for your own saving account, so that brings you a total of 5,500 dirhams per month. So if you are coming to Dubai, then do have a goal of having a salary of at least 4,500 to 5,500 dirhams per month. Any salary less than that will just be totally against you, and after 1 month or 2 months you will realize that you just have made a bad decision from coming to Pakistan over here. And last thing is that the last thing I want to say is whenever you will come here, you will come here with your own money, your parents' money. So you will be spending around 70,000 for a 3 months visit visa, around 50-60,000 for an airline ticket, plus an additional of 2 months of expense. So you will be spending around 6,000 dirhams for 2 months at minimum, plus 2,000 dirhams for like coming over here. So that brings you a total of 8,000 dirhams. So after 2 months you will be indebted to around 8,000 dirhams. So if you aren't saving after the 3rd month, 4th month or 5th month, plus you will have to catch your money up, all that 8,000 you spent in finding a job, everything, you should try to get it pulled out from the salary. So you have to cover that 8,000 dirhams as well. So if without a job or anything, when you come here, you are searching for big companies and something like that, and after that, when you don't get a job and you are disheartened and you go back to Pakistan, then you have actually lost yourself 8,000 dirhams. So my best advice is, when you are coming here, think of a plan to come here, and you should be able to sacrifice yourself big times, your friends, your family, your independence, your routine, your everything when you're coming here. Plus you will be doing some low-level jobs just to get an Emirates ID and cover your expenses at first. But if you are financially strong and you don't care about the money you spend, and you want to start good from day one, then you can like come here on a 3 months visa. You can spend everything you want to do and search for a good job. If you don't get it, you go back, you come back again, and that's your how you do it. So that is just some internal things I wanted to share with you for anyone who wants to come to Dubai. And if you want like my video, do share it with your friends, do subscribe on my channel, and thank you so much for this. Take care. Khuda Hafiz.